you a Jay-Z fan?
I am a Jay-Z fan.
I can tell, man.
I like Jay-Z. I like his whole. Now, I like Puffy.
T, you can have that one.
I'm a big Puffy fan. I can't take away what this guy has done.
You
I don't like his. I don't like. And by the way, for the record, I don't dislike him for his escapades.
You R. Kelly fan?
Now, see, and that's the thing. I just don't like R. Kelly.
Why not? He makes great music.
He does, but I don't like R. Kelly.
Okay, so I can say the same thing about Jay-Z,
But
right?
R. Kelly is. No, you can't say the same thing.
Why not? I just don't like him.
There are reasons I don't like R. Kelly.
But you like Puffy?
Because Puffy has not. And I'm trying to figure out the right way to say this on here. That we know of. Everything that Puffy did was with other consenting adults. Now, we can pretend, as men, we can pretend that we haven't done some freakish stuff, some off-the-wall stuff at some stage of our lives, or even now with a group of people or several people or whatever. We can pretend that we haven't done that and it's all awful. But to me, that ain't nothing I judge. I do have a problem with him laying up the hands on the chick.
Okay.
I have a problem with that. But how many times, again, and I'm just opposing things, but guys that I know have done crazy shit is sitting there talking about they don't rock with him for that. I'm like, I saw what you did. Like, so I can compartmentalize that.
That's kind of hypocritical.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
I saw a
documentary one time about Tammy Terrell, the life of Tammy Terrell. You know who that was?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. With Marvin Gaye, Tammy Terrell.
Okay.
They had a bunch of hits together.
Yep.
By the way, she died very young.
Yep.
She was very young. Short career. You wouldn't think of it when you hear those great songs.
Was it?
Yeah, but you wouldn't think it was great songs. I mean, a bunch of them.
Right.
Several albums. And in this documentary, they talk about how James Brown whipped her ass and knocked her down some stairs.
Okay.
This is in a documentary.
I met James Brown, by the way, when I was younger.
And this was in the early days. Did anybody ever bring it up about James Brown?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that before?
Yes.
I know you're different. I know your ear is to the street, but most people haven't.
Correct. Yeah.
But my point is, he went on to be this great person in music.
Mm-hmm.
James, and speaking of James Brown, he had a lot of other proclivities too.
Yeah.
So people still, even post-mortem, people love James Brown. He's the greatest artist, one of the greatest artists to do it. So you know what I'm saying?
I don't. Because I'm still trying to understand how.
So you don't like P. Diddy because he did something that morally you don't rock with, you don't line with.
Not
that's
just
true.
all. I look at everything in a.
But you go throw away all the albums. You go throw away all the.
No, I'm not that kind of person.
Okay.
So if his song comes on, I play it. I'm not one of those. I'll change it. If R. Kelly's song comes on, I'm two-stepping.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stepping in the name of love.
Gotcha.
What we doing, right? I don't necessarily, obviously, I don't agree with their other activities, what they've been accused of.
Mm-hmm.
It's no different than I feel, and I hate to go to sports, but Jordan is my greatest of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But I know what he's done outside of the basketball court, and I'm not fond of that. I just don't agree with that. Jordan, yeah.
He's done stuff?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never really heard anything about it.
You gotta get your ears to the street, bro.
I know you gotta like to gamble. They tried to make that an issue. I don't know why.
I thought he was a family man and was dedicated that way.
Mm-hmm.
Then to find out what happened with his first, divorce and all that. So
Wow.
and it's things like that, and investment, right? Money investment. So I can judge him because I got his college jersey, his Bulls jersey, the white and the red. I got his
Do you
Olympics
still
jersey.
wear it?
No, I don't. I treat them like I don't put them on. No one touches those. Not my daughter. No, you won't.
No, but I meant. Well, okay, but you have them as like.
Yeah, would I wear them? Yes.
Okay.
I'm not one of those that's gonna be. oh, I'm not going to Nike because Colin Kaepernick took a knee. I'm not going to Target because they celebrated LBGT in this section, and I don't want my kids to see that. Well, maybe if you talk to your kids and talk about these things, they can have an understanding why people can be great in this area but still be flawed in these areas. Now, you use your right judgment to see what aligns with you, to see if you can follow that, and you defend that. That's on you.
I rock with that. I rock with that.
It's just like how you get down with Puffy, but
why you said it like that though? And then why you stuttered when you said it? No, there was some.
I was gonna say Diddy. I
Yeah, but
and I didn't want to say Diddy because I didn't want to give T any I was gonna say some Corey Holcomb shit.
Nah, T likes Diddy though. He can't wait for the next album
Got
to come
them
out.
Diddy knees.
I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna just go rock with it. I know that's between you and T.
This is for you, T, right there.
But
no, I love him. I love him. He's cool.
There has been a lot of artists and business moguls that have been on the record and documented for doing some horrible things, and people rock with them.
Sure.
I guess the reason why I'm so passionate about this whole Jay-Z thing is because I'm just amazed how we have selective outrage.
When do we not? This is America.
Yeah.
I mean, we have selective
and not
outrage
only that,
with
and
politics,
I know
right?
your point is that, well, people in New York ain't go see him, but he's sold out. Okay, I even if it's not one person in New York that goes to that concert, he still sold out to a bunch of people. So I mean,
How many nights was it?
Huh?
How many nights was that one?
Well, it hasn't happened yet. It's in June,
right.
July.
So the plan on that, I read. I like to. Sometimes I think I should have been like a journalist because I really
think
like
you
to.
should have been. Yeah, because you be pressing me sometimes.
Digging deep. I read an article that Jay-Z's plan was to make that a multiple week event, and he wasn't getting enough tickets sold.
That could be true, but guess what? The industry is having that issue right now. I just read an article the other day where a lot of artists they call it blue tickets.
Okay.
Blue ticketing or something like that. That they're just not selling the tickets now. Right? That's across the board. A big part of that is because of how high the tickets are.
Sure.
Yeah. I love Jay-Z. I mean, there are artists I like more than Jay-Z. But I'm not going to pay. There's a certain bar that I'm not going to pay to go see him.
But
any artist.
I know a lot of people that still go to concerts. I mean, my daughter spends money to go to these Chris Brown concerts. So if you're a true fan,
I don't believe that.
You're going to find a way to.
No,
you know how many ladies have tapped into their life insurance or their savings to go to some certain concerts?
I'm a smart person. I'm not gonna put myself. I'm not gonna skip paying my.
You may not, but some of these people see the value in that.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and I'm not hitting on them. I'm simply saying that for me, that don't make me less of a fan because I chose to pay my mortgage over going to your concert.
Yeah.
And that also have to tie into mostly a youth thing.
Okay.
Younger people will do that. When I was younger, I did it too. I had $20 on me, and the ticket was $19.95. I don't know how I'm gonna get home. I don't know how I'm gonna get there.
But I'm going to see the show.
I got the ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's just that's what we're gonna do. The difference between me and a person today is, back when I was coming up, I got a whole lineup for under $100.
Yeah.
Less than that, $50.
Yeah.
I got a whole lineup of who's who that year. Today, $1,500 for 15 minutes of your favorite person.
And they're going to be late.
And they're not going to have an opening act. They might have one opening at Local Cat.
Yeah.
That wasn't the way it used to work back in the day.
No. We got to.
Or let's just say a very, very big person, superstar big person who may have one opening act. It was a bomb opening act, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's just totally different. This is what they're growing. This is their normal.
Right.
For us, we're like, man, back in my day, I know I'd be like that.
I was going over there.
And you talk about Bad Money. I remember a couple of years ago, a couple of girls I knew, I was having a conversation with. They were in their 20s, and I didn't know who Bad Money was. A couple of Hispanic girls, and they were talking about Bad Bunny, and so they were telling me who it was, and they just got the tickets and everything, and they told me how much they spent the tickets for, and I'm looking at them. I know what they do for a living.
Right.
They don't make that kind of money. They ain't got that kind of money. They found it to go to that Bad Bunny concert. Now, I don't know if they got it from their dudes,
Right.
whatever, but they got that money for it.
They find a way.
Yeah, $1,500.
If it means that
God,
much.
no, you ain't got 15. No, and I'm not judging them
Right.
like whether it's important or not. I'm just simply saying that I would never spend my lifestyle right now. I'll put it that way. If I was, if I was super affluent or something, whatever, yeah, of course I could spend that. But that's not what we're talking about. That's not typically the people that go to these concerts.
We subjected to Genuine trying to.
That's the other side of the spectrum too. I know you saw those. Have you seen those videos that came out a couple of months ago about the women criticizing these old R&B artists that are coming out now and trying to perform, and they show them like in their worst pose or whatever.
Do they have a point?
I would not either, huh?
Do they have a point?
Well, they do. Well, this is the thing.
Be careful, because you just said people talk about Jay-Z and his age and performing.
No, but
let's not be
hypocritical. And I was about to say, no, I said, if you are a performer and this is your bread and butter, I think that the way you come out on stage is just as much important as the songs that you're singing that people remember. If you're coming out a minute after your stomach comes out, that's an issue. People want to see, for example, now I'll put it like this. I know we're rambling now. We're just freestyling. About 7 years ago, I went to see Cameo.
Okay.
It wasn't even Cameo. It was Larry Blackman. It wasn't even the whole Cameo crew, right? And it was over here, the celebrity.
Okay.
Big Cameo fan. I mean, I was
wheelchairs and walkers were coming out too, weren't they?
That dude came out, man. And I remember Larry Blackman in the height of Candy and all that, right? Fit.
Oh yeah, he was in shit. Yeah, man.
They're looking good, right?
Yeah.
This mofo came out with the cup, with a belly flopped over that bottle.
No, man. Oh, man. You throwing dollars at him, wouldn't you?
I was like, no, he didn't. Like, and it wasn't even trying to perform. Like,
Sure.
you know what I'm saying? He was kind of like just tossing lyrics here and there, stuff like that. So my point of saying that is, yeah, we get it. Everybody age, everybody. But if you're still a performer, come on, man. You should be like, okay, I'm going on tour in 6 months, or I'm going on tour in the summertime. Let me start hitting the weights a little bit, or let me try to trim down a little bit. Let the people know that I'm still kind of got a little, sex appeal going on or whatever.
You want to see Chris Brown doing all this in 20, 30 years?
What? Well, I mean, that's up to Chris Brown.
His dances. That ain't dancing. That's like now where we at
but Chris
adult,
Brown,
active adult living center.
But granted, Chris Brown is not going to be doing no flipping and all that.
No, but neither was Genuine. And look
but I'm saying that doesn't mean he can't be in shape. That don't mean he doesn't have to be flying across the
But are you going to be? The moves
don't
look the same.
You a fitness person too, really?
Yeah, but the moves you don't move the same.
Yeah, but I think people, for one thing, people go to see an oldie but goodie understanding certain things.
Look, I saw a video of New Edition.
Who still look great, by the way.
Have you seen their moves? You seen that routine
well,
they do?
I see Bobby Brown move.
You seen that?
I think they do really good for...
You keep going with that.
I think they do really good considering...
For their age.
Yeah, but they're even so...
That
means... They're doing way more than the average act their age, is what I'm saying.
I get that. Now you're trying
So they're like 80% of what they were 25 years ago, in my opinion. That's damn good. I said 80%.
You said 80%? Yes, are you shitting me? T, he said Bobby Brown's performing
not
at
Bobby
80%.
Brown. Not Bobby Brown.
80%. He said Bobby Brown.
Not Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown does not do anything. When I see Bobby Brown on stage, no shade, because I'm sure he's selling out and people still love him for what he did. But when I see Bobby Brown on stage, I want to have a funeral service. I definitely do. I'm like, dude, like, Maybe it's a medical, and if it is, I'm sorry. Maybe it's a medical condition that he's put this weight on and he can't get it off or something. I don't know.
So if it's to that point, retire, brother.
Well,
retire.
It's not for me to tell somebody they can't get their money no more, but what I'm saying is,
you want to see Tom Brady trying to run off a defensive end?
Yeah, but that's not what these guys are doing on stage.
It's not what they're doing. It's a matter of when you hit a certain threshold in
and
life
that's probably why
through your profession. Sometimes we got to hang it up. Look, I don't feel myself doing the type of fitness when I'm in my 60s
you're telling
like
me,
this.
So you're telling me
I'm going to have to adapt and transition my life, my health, to my age capacity, to my body's capacity at that age.
So you're saying that they shouldn't be performing, or you're saying they shouldn't be?
For one, they shouldn't be because of health concerns. You're not moving. What if you trip and fall, brother? Did you see Genuine fall off the stage?
You could trip and fall going from the living room.
Don't do that. Kitchen. Don't do that. No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that because these are the guys that were that's their profession. They make their bread and butter on. So if you ain't doing that,
these guys are in their 50s. I'm average 50s. I'm saying average.
You want to see Snoop Dogg crip walking at 70?
That's a whole nother subject.
That's not a whole nother subject because that's his performance style.
No, but that's also.
Do you want to see him crip walking at 60 or 70?
Because I don't want to see a 20-year-old Snoop Dogg crip walk.
No. That's not the point. The point is that's his M.O. Like Dub C. Do you want to see Dub C doing, the crip walk blood
That's not
move?
fair, though, because I'm not
How
in
is
that.
That not fair?
I'm not in that culture. I'm not of that culture.
Don't look at it as the culture.
Look at it because you think niggas in L.A. wouldn't be wanting to see that shit. Look at TikTok. There's 60-year-old niggas doing crip walking in the hood.
In the hood.
Yeah, so you don't think that they would lose their minds if a 65-year-old,
performing
I'm about
for
to get
money.
There. I'm about to get there. You don't think they would lose their minds if they saw 65-year-old Snoop Dogg come out, dun, 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 dun.
You know what them dudes are gonna be like, man, I ain't spend that kind of money to go watch this old man dude. I'm gonna listen to him in the streets.
You know what? I take exception of people who are, especially younger people, who have not got. Remember, older people know what you know and what you don't know, and this is something that we could tell younger people. You are going to feel the same way when you get to that age, 50, 60, or 70, whatever. If you are in good health, you're not going to want anybody telling you that you can't do any freaking thing.
That's not the argument.
That is the argument. You're saying that these guys who've been performing since they were preteens, that's all they know. That is their bread and butter, how they make their money. You're saying that they should not be performing how they earn their money because they've reached a certain age threshold in their lives. As though, which I can't say for any of them, I don't know. Definitely not Bobby Brown. But I don't know what their health is.
Sure.
They look relatively healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just take a fit man, and we know a lot of fit people that can run, 70-year-old men that can run circles around younger people because they just have that lifestyle. If he can do it, why can't they do it? You're going to tell that man that he can't do whatever it is he does for his livelihood because he's 70 and he feels fit, he can run, jump, whatever. Maybe he can't do all that. Maybe he can do 50% of that in his life. That's still way well enough more than people, his contemporaries. We're going to have to break this up into two parts.
Should we be okay with, because LeBron is in phenomenal shape at his age, is it okay for him to put another 10 years in here and play? He's in great shape.
I think it's okay if he can play.
That's not a detriment to his health?
It could be, but it's his choice.
It's not a matter of could be. It's a matter of, dude, it's coming.
Okay. But if he still feels like he could play, he still feels good, and he still wants to get out there.
Where does the support and or influence, for lack of better words, come into play to be like, hey, man, for one, I don't think this is a long-term benefit for your health. Two, if we're talking about legacy, let's keep that in mind.
Yeah, but see, that's for you. That's not for him.
That's for them. If I was
That's
a
for
representative
you.
of one of
'Cause
those
what
people,
if
I was his rep,
you can never take away what he's done.
well, no one's trying to take it away.
I
It's
know,
a
but I'm
matter of
saying, like you saying his legacy. Well, okay, if at some point that could happen, and he not be old, and this has happened many times in sports, where a person had a great, phenomenal, top of their game the first 5 years, the first 10 years of their professional life, and the rest of it was shit.
Mhm.
Still can't take away what I did in '82.
No, but we're talking about, first off, the overall health
Yeah,
and longevity.
and most players,
Whatever profession you're in,
yes,
because we
and
went
most
to
players
performing
yeah,
music-wise,
mm-hmm.
and we can take it
Yeah,
to
but
sports.
you keep throwing these wrenches in there, and that's fine. I can handle it.
Can you?
Yeah, because you said we were talking about music, and now you're talking about sports, which
Well,
is totally different.
I was making correlation in terms of age.
Yeah, because I
'Cause
can be on stage. I can be on stage. I can't do it. I got to be in front of Mike. I can be on stage walking back and forth and, doing my thing or whatever. That's totally different than getting banged up on a gridiron, getting banged up on a
It is
basketball
different, but
court.
the point is, at that age, when you're not performing the way you were and the way you're performing now at a much older age,
Mm-hmm.
isn't, for one, holding the same value as you were in the beginning. Secondly,
I think
it's
it is.
showing that you think
I do.
you think going and watching, and I'm going to use you think watching New Edition at their age, what, 50s, 60s, let's say, 50s, 60s, late 50s, 60s, is going to hold the same value in terms of performance, energy, sound. Is going to be the same as they were when they were younger?
I don't.
20 years ago?
It could be better.
Yes,
I just threw that in there.
This guy's awesome. Yeah.
Listen, in that thing, people evolve. They still could be better than 50% of the artists out there.
That's not the argument. You see, now look at I see what he does, T. I see what he does. Stay on
Of
track,
course,
brother.
they're not. Listen, okay, so let me give you a perfect. The Nicholson brothers, right?
Nicholson?
The Nicholson brothers, the dancers from the.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So back when they were
Those boys.
20s
pretty bad.
and teenagers in their
Yeah.
early 20s,
Uh-huh.
what were they doing? Acrobatic.
Are
right?
they doing it now?
Well, look, let me land my plane.
Okay.
Acrobatic stuff. I mean, they flying halfway across the thing and sliding and doing all, then tap dancing and doing it, sliding back and forth. Do you think that I expect to see them do that at 70 years old?
To a certain degree, yes.
So
especially if they get out on stage and they hype you up and tell you, it's like we were there yesterday.
You have no heart at all, man. You hard.
Because check this out. What was Chris Brown doing? He was doing all the flips and shit and the head spins on the ground. Now this motherfucker being hung and swung from the Raptors because he can't do half the shit he used to do.
Okay, but
so
that's
now
only
they
part-
change it.
But that's part of a Chris Brown. That's part of his act. Remember, Chris Brown is like a triple threat. Most artists are not triple threats.
Let's not get off track. We're talking about the age and the ability to do that.
What I'm saying is his
and
other
not losing
performance,
value.
his singing and his performance will make up for the non-acrobatic shit he may not be able to do no more. Is my point.
Yeah, but do you think at 60 that same voice is gonna hold it down?
Well, number one, Chris Brown is not 60. He's around what? It got to be in his 30s, maybe. I don't know.
He's a little bit younger than me.
Because I mean, he was really
He's close
really
to
young
40.
when. Okay, I'll give you that.
My daughter.
I just know he was really, really young when he came out.
Yeah.
It seems like he's been around for a long time, but he started when he was really young.
late 30s, mid to late 30s, I would say.
So, if he stays in good shape, we don't know what he does outside of the whatever.
You think these people are going to be Jack LaLanne or something?
No, I'm saying that, and you know this. I watch you. So I don't even know why you're coming at me like this. I see what you do.
Right. And what did I say?
And
There's going to be a certain point in my time where I'm not going to be able to physically sustain
I don't want to call you out, but at your age,
why not?
At your age, you're doing more than what I see most people half your age do.
But
so don't come at me like that, man.
But when I get 60, 70 years old, and I'm still trying to do that, and I'm
Bobby
coming
Brown
in, I'm like,
not 70 years old.
Like, yo, man, I was trying to do that tire pressing, man. I think
so
you're gonna be like, hey, man, don't you think it's about time to maybe take a different avenue?
Giving you grace, and let's just say you did 50% 10 years from now that you're doing now. That's still way more than the average person would be doing.
Sure.
Okay, then. So what are you talking about?
When it comes to,
it won't be a detriment to your body because you're already conditioned.
It won't be a detriment.
Unless you went over.
I'm trying to perform at that same level and make it seem like, look, invest in me because I can still do this here even though I look like this, right? That value doesn't add up. I'm not performing how I was 20 years ago, 15 years ago.
I'm not picking up what you're putting down, man.
I'm saying I don't want to see, to one of your points about age, I don't. Cameo came out with the belly, right? Cameo came out with that belly.
He wasn't performing, is what I'm saying. He wasn't. The look.
Did that ticket hold the same value?
No, it didn't.
No, that's my point.
But it was. But
that's my point.
It was the way he looked.
But it's
if he had come out there,
performance image is part of the performance.
Image. To me, it's more image than him sliding across the stage.
Right.
It
kind of goes to my Jay-Z point too. The image. What is up with the all of it, all encompassed? I want to know
because you're talking about. Okay, let me break it down for you, and then we're gonna wrap this up.
Okay.
New Edition has never ever. Even Bobby Brown, he was very animated on stage. I never seen him doing acrobat stuff on stage. They had routines, intricate routines.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
It's always smooth flowing stuff.
Right.
You could do that shit till you're 90.
It ain't gonna look like when you was 30.
But okay, if you look like Larry Blackman coming out there,
you're gonna be like,
right? If you look like Larry Blackman coming out there, yes. But connecting it with you and your fitness, I'm seeing you doing stuff, and you're telling me you ain't that much younger than those guys, and you're lifting all this weight, and you're doing all these moves. Not just lifting, but you are doing a lot of mobility stuff and all that, and it's nothing to you in part because you've been conditioning for a long time. It's the same thing with those guys on the stage. They've conditioned to do that stuff and to move and be on stage and breath control and all that kind of stuff. Now, granted, of course, they're not 16 anymore. I don't think anybody expects that. My threshold is don't come on stage looking like shit because you're older. That's something that you don't have to do unless you have certain medical condition. I think Bobby Brown may have a medical condition where he can't get that weight off. We know what Bobby Brown looked like in '88. Stop it. Now he walks on stage, I'm like, yeah, I loved all the songs, but this is not the look. That's all I'm saying.
Right, and it loses value.
Right, much less the dancing part, because he's not doing none of that. I mean, they've been viral videos of him just like twirling around in a circle.
That's all I'm saying.
But me, I'm remembering, and I guess this is tied somewhat to your point, I'm remembering Bobby Brown with the Gumby, and he and his dancers just doing the thing.
Yep.
Right? But I would not expect him doing that at this age as a ticket purchaser. I don't expect that. But I also don't expect him to come out looking like he's not taking care of himself, because he is a performer, he is an entertainer. Granted, there are going to be people that's going to watch Bobby Brown just for nostalgic purposes, or New Edition for that matter.
Right.
You know, by the way, I heard that they're selling out, that the tour that they got with Boys to Men is selling out all over the place. They're selling out their shows.
With Boys to Men.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they're selling out. And I think, what's her name is opening up for them. What's her name? The one that married Birdman. She's opening up for him.
Tyra Braxton.
Yeah. So I heard it's a really good show. But
why you say it like
that? I'll leave it alone. But anyway, my point is, I don't expect them to do all that. I do expect them to come out looking good, in shape,
and
giving a good show.
Something of what you used to see.